Hey everyone, and welcome to Prune Belly Insiders. As you know, I have a lot of Prune Belly survivors who want to do interviews with me and come on the show to share their story, and most importantly, to raise awareness for Prune Belly Syndrome. So, without further ado, I introduce Zach Berger.
Hi, I'm Zachary Berger. I was born October 10th, 2000 in Detroit, Michigan at Hutzel Women's Hospital. I had been given the life expectancy of 2 years. I surpassed that at the 3 year mark, basically. I have had a good bit of surgeries. I've had Mitrofanov placements. I've had
Uh,
my
what's
most
the what's the Mitrofanol?
A Mitrofanov is a placement where they put a stoma on your stomach. They've been here and one's here right now. I don't use it currently. It's where I catheterize since my bladder's so big to empty out fully. I haven't used it in so long because it kind of rejected, and I'm in the matter of getting a surgery consultation to get it removed. So there will be really no further problems with that, as it's been bleeding sometimes, which is a complication. They will go out for some reason, as it's something with a tube that runs down a channel.
Cool.
Um, my most extensive surgery was an abdominoplasty. I It's very known in the Prune Belly Syndrome world. It's where they cut you all the way down and they just tighten you back up. But I don't know how to explain that. It's very
Your muscles were to the sides.
my when your muscles are to the sides, they basically put them back, but
Mhm.
it's still like my stomach bloats and whatnot. So it's
So,
there out.
so they try and give you stomach muscles in another sense.
Yeah. Like I've seen some people with PBS get abdominoplasties and form abs, but I don't think with my chances that I would form abs
All right.
because of the certain defects that are in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
What about your spinal?
my spinal was linked to my prune belly. I had scoliosis. I have scoliosis. I have a form of spina bifida linked to Prune Belly Syndrome, which was a partial spinal fusion during birth. That
Now, now I'm actually not too sure. Is scoliosis common with prune belly?
mm-hmm,
All right.
because when your stomach is out like that, it puts a lot of pressure against your back, and the pressure put up against my back, put up against towards my lungs. That could have compromised a lot. Um, Whenever I'm asked with prune about my prune belly, I um it's like a quick switch forgetting about a lot. Um I was okay, here's where it starts. I lived in Detroit, Michigan for a year. I had got really sick because um I don't just have prune belly, but it's one of the biggest. I had other conditions sitting alongside from prune belly. Um, I moved down to Arkansas with my family when I was one, and I've basically lived here my whole life. I've moved back up to Michigan to try to see how it is with my health, and um, with the weather, I deteriorated, which I didn't think would happen. As I've got older, my immune system has increased. Um, there's so much. when I was born, I'm gonna get straight to the point with Prune Belly Syndrome. Since it's a year to 2 years, they ultimately didn't want to even progress with the pregnancy, and that's how it is with most patients that go in that get seen with Prune Belly. So I've never heard of any come abouts of having Prune Belly Syndrome and it happening because it's not something that's talked about much as it's more private. But
Yeah.
like, yeah. Do you remember Justin Boyne?
Yeah, Bojan.
Bojan, yeah. I was friends with him for a minute. I learned a lot about him, but like to me, like I'm I'm one of the lucky few probably because I don't know. I see like so many are hooked up to dialysis and I haven't even got there. I'm in kidney failure, but I'm not to the point to where I'm suffering. I have UTIs commonly. My bladder will hurt just out of the blue. Um, yeah. I've started having seizures that they say are linked to UTIs. So that's another thing that's been set it in with my prune belly complications. I take medicine for that. I really don't take any other medicine
Can I
but
ask
that.
what medicine you take for your seizures?
Keppra. It's levetiracetam. It's something along those lines. Um, it it's okay. It's it's a seizure med, so it helps, but it's not the best with the side effects. So,
And what
um,
are some of the side effects?
nausea, depression, loss of appetite. Um,
All right.
it like mildly goes down. There's a whole paragraph list of side effects. Since it's a seizure med, they're still testing it in labs, seeing if it works on certain things.
Wow. Yeah, I was only asking because I have seizures too, and I'm on gabapentin form.
Yeah, they put me straight on see seizure meds after my second one, which I don't understand why they did it with the first. Maybe they thought it wasn't gonna happen again, but they happen when I wake up. Like they kickstart.
Wow.
Um, yeah. My prune belly is linked to a bunch of stuff. Like they say, prune belly really how my body half of it's bigger than the other. I don't really see it all the time though. My foot's bigger than the other. Um, like um, it's this side that's bigger. My left.
Your head is malformed.
My head is malformed from prune belly. It's just there was a lot that went wrong in the womb that I still don't understand. I really I've always wanted to come to the Prune Belly conferences to see a glimpse into what they speak about because they never say they never post
What is it?
they never post the forums or what they spoke about in the meetings. They only post the photos of the kids. So, yeah, as someone who lives in Arkansas, I've always wished they'd come out here because there's a little girl who I just learned has Prune Belly Syndrome. I'm not sure if her parents want to or have found that there's sites like this where you can interact with others and understand what it is. But yeah. And
Yeah.
For
And just to stop you just real quick there, I understand how that felt too, because I thought I was alone in Prune Belly since, I don't know, I found the network, I want to say in 2018, 2019. So I went
mm,
19 years thinking I was the only one with Prune Belly, or at least the only one that had it this bad.
right.
And it's just been amazing and helpful and cheerful to find the network and talk to other people who have not exactly the same thing, but
Mm-hmm.
similar conditions as me.
Right. Yeah, I found a page out for my mom who had Facebook when first came out. So the page has been around a while. Supposedly, my mom took me to a conference when I was little. She brings it up a bunch. I don't remember it. I wish I did, but it's just when you're two.
Yeah.
Uh, she learned. Um, she was there to learn more, basically, because
Your mom should be on here, dude. She can tell the whole story.
yeah, she could tell the whole story. Because with my seizures, I forgot so much.
Yeah,
Um,
I was hoping to eventually have her on here too, because I want to make separate videos between the parents and the kids. One, where the kids say what you go through, and two, how did the parents feel having to be the ones helping you through this, and you know what I mean?
she
Oh boy.
honestly, the last time something bad happened, I caught MRSA. I don't know how I caught it, but it just happened, and um, she broke down. Like she,
She's always been strong.
she's always been strong, but as I've got older, it's got harder
Yeah.
because honestly, I don't know. It's even harder on me. Hold on.
Didn't make me cry.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
Had something happen. But yeah. My dad's in front of me. He's seen it a lot. He knows a lot about it.
Not
Yeah.
as much as your mom, though. I mean, that's why it's always been left up to her to
yeah,
deal with the hospitals, the care. I mean, shit, I had to go to work there so many times.
yeah. I
I couldn't
was
just be there for you.
like, yeah, my health's always been up and down. Like, I got, we
No,
lived in, I don't really know. I always get told about it, but it always slips in my mind because of my memory that we lived all the way out in the country. But the reason all of this happened, me living where I am now, is because I got really sick and I got med flighted in Arkansas Children's, which is ranked um, in the best hospitals in the U.S., which it is. Like, yeah, I've
you're on a ventilator. You got pneumonia.
I've died 3 times with
Ow.
mm, once I basically pulled my tube out,
Your vent.
my vent. Second, I was on the OR table. They were messing with me, and I just for a minute coded for a second. And the last was um my abdominoplasty, which is one of the biggest surgeries in Prune Belly Syndrome history to get, is um I came out and I got put straight into the ICU, and they had usually when you first come out of surgery, they don't let anyone back there, family wise, especially not like more than 2 people. but my mom, my dad, and my stepdad were all standing there trying to get me up right out of surgery because the medicine they had me on was so bad. Like it wasn't bad, but it interacted with me so bad
You
that
weren't coming out.
I wasn't coming out of it. I
Oh,
was in a I was in a coma state in a way that I was every time I fell, I would just but at one point I remember being told wake up, my shoulder was being moved. But then I remembered a nurse coming in and I think I was given something in my IV to stop whatever was going on. I don't remember. But since you'd like to interview with the parents, my mom has a big understanding on it. She could tell you what happened then. I can
Yeah.
just tell you like my view of it, like that I was in the hospital bed. Like I don't every time I'm in the hospital, I don't let it get me down, but as I've grown, I've turned into a hypochondriac kind of. My health will be fine, but I'll feel one way and I'll send it to a whole different level to where I'll be like, I need to go to the ER. But it's lessened to where I know when and when I don't need to go to the ER. I used to love the hospital because it was a children's hospital. You got off your floor, you got to go play with stuff. But now I'm an adult, I'm 23. I'm in an adult hospital at UAMS where there's not even a library. You have to bring everything from home, which I kind of wish there was a library because that just books are nice when you're in the hospital. I've read a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So at any point, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but at any point, did you feel like giving up?
many times. Um,
And, and what got you out of that state or helped you get out of that mindset?
I'm not. I still struggle every day with the thought of waking up, the struggle of showering because of how my stomach looks, the scars, how skinny I am. Mm, being skinny and having all these scars, and I don't. It doesn't make sense because I also see it as I'm the only one out of my whole family to be given these kind of conditions in the womb. Um,
Yeah.
I'm a survivor. I have a tattoo on my shoulder right here that says warrior. In Kinkwanese. It's in Japanese language writing, and yeah, it was hard for the abdominoplasty. My own doctor didn't want to do it, and I forced him, honestly.
Yeah. That's how I was with one of my surgeries.
His name is Dr. Cannon. You can look him up.
Wait a second. Was he at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia?
Stephen Cannon.
Oh no. Thank God. I was thinking of Dr. Douglas Canning.
Mm-mm. Nah, but he
And
works in urology, and he did almost all my surgeries.
he was
He was awesome.
That's great.
Um, but I had to fight him for that last final surgery he did on me. That almost killed me, basically. So I understand why he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I got put at risk at the end. Yeah.
And what advice would you give a prune belly who is struggling right now, wondering why God hasn't taken them yet? Or someone who wants to, you know what I mean, pull the plug?
It's a beautiful day. I wake up and the first thing I think about is my medicine. So it's not always a beautiful day. But for kids and adults, um, for kids, it's bad right now. It's probably going to be bad for a while. Same for the parents. But as your immune system grows, you grow stronger, I believe. Because as I've grown to build immunity towards UTIs and everything else. I fought MRSA off that fast when in the last times MRSA turned into sepsis when I was a little boy. To the adults, just keep trucking. Um, there's not a cure for this, obviously. And um, I really wish it was looked into more, how it happens.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, that's what I have to say for anyone fighting it. Keep going. And I've seen many children not make it over on that site. Um, and it's hard to see because I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like I was spared. They weren't. I have one kidney. I don't know if anyone else with Prune Belly has one kidney or if they have both or if they have none.
I've had kidney transplant.
Oh, yeah. I I was born with no testicles with Prune Belly syndrome, so that's another thing. Um, but the kidney, I'm not even. I've never been towards dialysis. I've had friends, have friends who've had dialysis and go through it, and I don't know. I don't know. With I see myself as strong, but when I look into that state, and when I get to that state with Prune Belly, because it's inevitable, the older I get, it's gonna progress. I'm seeing that. The seizures are um well balanced though with the medicine. They don't happen as long as I take the med. But yeah, like I've went. I mean, once you go into kidney failure, you don't come out. They've said I went into kidney failure twice though. Um, it just means your number goes up and down, which I also noticed. My last trip was that my number stays up and down, which I thought it just went down and stayed there. Um, I don't know. It's really sucked though, seeing um people with Prune Belly syndrome that I was friends with lose their battle. But they fought a long fight, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
definitely.
All right. Um, happens.
Yeah. Well,
We all
on that note, I think we're about to end the video. Is there anything you'd like to say?
n- no. I've I'm not sure. Not right now, no. Um, always be a warrior. I have
Yeah.
it tattooed. Hold on. Before the call ends. Be a warrior when you fight.
Nice. That's
You're
amazing.
strong. You're stronger than the disease.
Thank you. You too. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank Zach again for coming on. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Let's together spread prune belly awareness. And I'll see you next week.